Oh my gosh, is she back? Is this what I think it is? Pop Snark 35 is brought to you by I Lace Wigs. I am rocking this fine piece of kinky straight natural color 1B, whatever they want to call it. 18 inches of freshness, and I absolutely love it. And it's surprisingly, even though I got the one by mistake with no combs or straps in it, this is still cute, girl. Do you like it? Because as you know, I love it. I'll have a coupon code with links down below. Thanks for making this Pop Snark happen. Hello. So today we have some lemonade because Beyonce reminded me that I won't allow my freedom to rot in hell, and a drop of brown liquor for my grandma, who not only turned lemons into lemonade, but she also plucked kumquats and grapefruit from her own garden to turn them into wine. And she always had brown liquor on her, a bottle of brown, to celebrate the good times, and she passed away yesterday. So this is a very special clink, 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 clink. Oh Lord.
So how did your vagina feel after having 13 children?
I had a medication for that.
13 though.
Salt and vinegar and water.
You eat apple cider vinegar in the water?
Yeah.
I heard that. Snatch it back up.
Joy right back. Oh my God.
Pop Snark has been going for so long because it takes a good bit of time to produce these videos, and the monetary return on investment is scant because you ain't turned off your ass locker yet. So support a smart brown girl and the return of Pop Snark by becoming a patron and making a pledge to my Patreon. Just $2 from you can go a very long way. And as always, you can shop Smart Brown Girl because we have some very cute crop tops in for the summertime fun, and for those of us who are trying to, you know. First, Harriet is back. Harriet Tubman done came back to carry us all to the bank, replacing the very racist 7th president of the United States, Andrew Jackson, on the front of the $20 bill. And as everything that has to do with being black in America, this moment is full of jubilation and disdain. Critical thought and shut up and let me be happy for a day, nigga. Damn, why you always trying to steal my sunshine? In a country where when it is taught, slavery is addressed as a necessary evil. Celebrating Harriet Tubman by placing her with her "I will fuck you up if you try to come for me" face on the $20 bill, a sign of wealth and establishment. The 20 that everyone in America will pass through their hands. That is commonly the denominator that your ATM pumps out and will look up at you, reminding you, you tried to break me, tried to settle me as nothing more than cattle. I ran towards freedom, then came back again to free more of my people. And now you can't live without me. You can't break this 20 because black women can't be broken. Shout out to the guy that tweeted that the other day. I understand that some would rather not have Harriet Tubman commodified as the face of the 20. While I celebrate and am here for it, neither of us are totally right in our stand. Neither of us can speak for what Harriet Tubman would actually want. And this is forever the duplicity of being a black woman, that there is celebration and sadness in this moment, that the fight is never over, and while I celebrate, I should still be pressing forward. Capitalism doesn't bother me as much, maybe because I'm sitting from a plank of class privilege, but I really see no way to live in America, enjoy the comforts of air conditioning, running hot water, or that ease of moving to whatever city you want in the country and having a vastly different and diverse experience, and that not be seen as me being a participant and someone who enjoys the benefits of capitalism. Not to say that I accept it in its totality, but I've never met a genuine anti-capitalist who lives in the United States. But just by watching this video on your computer or smartphone, I mean, see what I mean there? If this whole set left you with a big question mark as to what I'm referencing with regards to Harriet Tubman, do check out my reviews of Underground. It is an awesome show and you just need to watch. I still haven't accepted that Prince, Brother Nelson, has passed away. There literally is no one else like Prince. So much so that even in his influence, men would attempt to emulate him and look super corny doing it because because they were lacking the ingenuity of Prince doing what he did without caring about anyone else's opinion of him. Prince was such an advocate for black women and black people overall. So many accounts of him making publications either hire black women to interview him, and he was very selective about granting interviews. In his own way, he is dismantling the walls that kept us out, doing concerts in Baltimore and Chicago, various other cities to quietly support the Black Lives Matter movement. Steadfast and being true to him with a good dose of shade. Prince was indignantly black and proud. He did not transcend race. He stood tall and upheld his race and broke down the barriers that attempt to box us in. He discarded of your monolith before you even knew what that word meant. Prince's indelible legacy is far more important than the cause of untimely death. So may he rest well. 57 is far too young. Badu. Badu. You have to mute your fave because she is unwilling to back down from doing the absolute most. To be honest, I didn't read that second batch of tweets. You can never start a conversation about a woman's dress from the base of rape culture. How you feel about your children's clothing is a right you have as a parent. It's a discussion you can have as a parent, but you don't need to insert that discussion when talking about sexual assault and rape. Rather, I care about poignantly reminding all that no means no. People's bodies are beholden to no one but themselves. And at no point in time is rape or sexual assault ever valid. Girls shouldn't be wearing long skirts for the sake of their teachers. They should be wearing it for their own needs. Everyone is in a uniform to keep everyone from being distracted. As in even keeping your child from being caught up with the latest trends or fashions and that consuming them rather than their education, or them being concerned about what they should wear to school or how other people are going to perceive their style of dress because everybody is wearing the same thing. So someone please stop Badu so I can enjoy her music in peace. Your mans be out on the street in whole crochet down outfits. We already know you want the hotep tees, boo. Just keep the respectability politics at bay. Girls in hijabs and niqabs, the long garments that have their whole body covered, they still get raped. That hemline is not going to save you. Speaking of girls and safety, I entirely am enraged by the killing of a teenage girl in Delaware at Howard High School. She was jumped by another group of girls during a fight in the bathroom, and no one stopped the fight. Instead, kids stood around recording. You drop your daughter off at school to get an education so she can better her life, and she doesn't even make it through third period with her life. I am so disgusted just by the culture of being more hyped that your video might go viral on social media and world star hip hop than the value of someone else's life. And these girls are on Instagram posting half-ass apologies and really ignorant statements about they made mistakes or whatever. Like, where are their parents? Why haven't their phones been snatched out their hands and their social media accounts just flat out deleted? I've been in situations where people agitated a situation just to get a fight while screaming world star, and it is legit frightening to think that people have nothing to lose. Far more important to them that they go viral on World Star when they're not collecting a single coin from that than, you know, walking away with all their bodily parts. Like, there's so many negative implications from fighting and so many consequences that can come from that. Like, do we all have nothing to lose here? Game of Thrones season 6 premiered last night. All I'm left with is that decrepit hag Melisandre still got better titties than me at 150 years old, and she needs to do something right for once and serve a purpose and bring back the wet and wavy bae Jon Snow. I'm still not finna accept that my man's is dead. The stabbing was weak. Sauce. Somebody needs to blow some hot, unbrushed breath, because all I'm thinking is, don't nobody brush their teeth on the show. They all have to stink. When Ramsey was mourning the loss of his side piece, who now turned to Dust the side chick, see that there? And he said, the first time I met her, she smelled like dog. I imagine that's what everyone smells like. Was it wet dog or not? Did you hear that? The edges of all the witless ain't read a book in forever folks getting their edges snatched by Beyonce. What can be said about Lemonade? I am so fulfilled so overjoyed. I am rejoicing in every limb of my body. Lemonade is redemptive in rejoicing black women. And so many folks are letting their ass hang out as they don't get it. There's not enough time to give the lemonade in this episode of Pop Snark, so there will be a full video up tomorrow. I gotta come smack some folks in the face with the historical context of their grandmama. But I see folks here have already done taken to YouTube and let it all hang out. Clearly you haven't cracked open a book since 1997. And even then you wasn't reading nothing past True to the Game. There's so many ways to extrapolate the words and wisdoms of Zora, Gloria past Brewster, the familiar temple of Alice, Audrey or Sonia, conjured up the multitudes of Orisha goddesses and turned them into lemonade so you can digest something you've never been worthy enough to taste before. I refuse to read anything that is written by a white person on lemonade. It ain't for y'all. And I'm absolutely not here for anybody slandering Rasan Shire's eloquent words. I have watched it like 11 times over again. And my only critique is like, it's too damn short. I selfishly just need more. Even further, Lemonade is a testament to commitment. I knew Mellow X when he was living in Brooklyn, back when he was running around with the GFC with Saint and Mickey Fax, and he was just a quiet kid from Flatbush who was DJing, and he committed to his craft. Not only did he score the Lemonade visual, but he wrote and produced several songs on the album. So stay committed, do the work. You might never see the blessing until it falls into your lap. And last note on all this black womanism. Harry as Anita Hill in the HBO movie Confirmation was A1 amazing. I vaguely remember the time when Anita Hill went before the Senate to testify against Clarence Thomas. Now, I grew up in a pacifist religion. My parents were not politically involved, so I don't really remember the respectability politics or the circus of that was surrounding Anita Hill. I do remember kind of watching the news because I was 6 and watching 2020. I was a big nerd, and being like, why are they slandering her? Like, I don't get it. And I've never gotten the support for Clarence Thomas. Like, Clarence Thomas has fully turned his back on the black community. He is one of the most conservative Supreme Court justices now that Scalia has passed away, and he's just such an Uncle Tom schmuck. I don't even get how he was able to play his cards to be perceived as someone who should be upheld. I think it was really, really well done, but it also highlighted how the voices of other black women were quieted and how they played Anita against herself. Like, she didn't go after this. It was brought to her, and her hand was kind of forced because they forced her based on her high moral standing and good ethics, and then she was just slaughtered. Man, you know, as much as I love Broham Joe Biden, this just made me really kind of be like, damn, that is so shady, and how quick we are to slander black women. This is why Lemonade is so important. This is why I'm going to have to do a full video and really take my time and dissect what is happening in Lemonade, and it will be coming to you tomorrow. So as always, thanks for watching. That is it for Pop Snark. Like, comment, and subscribe. And just remember, when my name come up, put some respect in it.